What time is it?
Why is this changing orientation? Don't want that.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm gonna let everyone start. I'm starting a little early, let people trickle in. And that is good evening.
I don't know why this camera is now disoriented.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. So we have a guest tonight, so I'm gonna add them on. So hello, hello, hello. If everybody can hear me, somebody give me a thumbs up, please. Thanks. Okay. Thumbs up. So it's almost 8 o'clock, so just wrapping up, letting everybody get in. So I'm welcoming everybody to tonight's live. So it's going to be about everything about sublimation. So bring your questions, especially since the holidays is coming up and things like that. So before you go out and buy a sublimation machine, printer, or convert that Echo tank to a sublimation, we're going to talk about that, and I have somebody special joining tonight, so it's going to be a collaboration with Miss Jamillah. So she is going to be joining us shortly on here. Michael, is it officially 8?
7:59.
7:59. So I got like another minute, and there she is. So I'm getting ready to. As a moderator. Hold on. Okay. And I'm going to be adding Mr. Miller to the live. So usually Mike's going to handle it from the back, but we got it first from the front. So I am waiting, and let me add her on. Hold on, guys. So we're going to get started. Okay. So we should be getting started here. Hey!
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So everybody, first of all, if you guys don't know me, I am Leslie Frederick, part owner of the Party Crafter, and I do all types of crafts, especially party decor. And I do sublimation, but that's not my field. So I wanted to bring in an expert. I consider her a goat, because you know what? We support other crafters here, and I love her work. And she is a teacher and instructor. And I said, you know what? I want to help my audience, want to be very informed, because I don't know everything, and I love to learn every day. Even though I craft and use sublimation, I wanted to give you guys someone that does sublimation on a regular. That's one key point. She sells her items, so she just don't talk the talk and teach, but she teaches it too. She goes to seminars, she invests in her craft, and she teaches you the skill. And we got the holidays coming on, so I know a lot of people are interested in learning how to use sublimation, but they don't know what to get. So before you go out and spend all this money and get frustrated, not knowing what to buy, or if you want to start selling, what to start or what to do, I wanted to bring you someone that was going to help, and we're going to tell you the real deal about sublimation, if you can make money, where you can make money, what you should get far as tools and resources. And this is Miss Jamillah here. So I thank you for coming on the Party Craft today. So thank you. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself before we get into this, because guys, if I could have put my heat press, I don't want you spending thousands of dollars, and y'all be watching Instagram and y'all get all fixated in that sublimation, and you're gonna be broke. And you know me, I'm going to tell you what materials you need to start. You don't need a lot. If you saw my quote today off Ash, just a little to start. One thing to start. I started making 10,000 a month from one Cricut machine. You don't need everything. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So introduce yourself, and then we get into this.
Well, you did such a great introduction for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, guys. I'm Jamillah from J. Stewart's Laboratory. And like Leslie said, I'm a multi-hyphenate crafter, but I do mostly sublimation projects. Not only do I create the projects, I teach you how to do the projects as well. So, happy to be here, happy to answer some questions because, yes, you can get sucked in and feeling like you need to get this, you need to get that, you need to do this, you need to do that, but that's not necessarily necessary when you're starting your sublimation journey.
Yes. Now, people get with sublimation, and I'm going to get into, somebody could even drop in the comments, what is sublimation? Because now we got DTF, and I feel like throwing a Patti LaBelle shoe, like, y'all better stick with one thing, because you like, here, HTV, sublimation, and it could be confusing. Because people are like, what is sublimation? And I'm like, they don't even know what is sublimation. Or it.
So sublimation, I totally agree. It's like every year there's something new in the mix.
Michael, turn my volume up.
Sublimation is basically, the technical thing is like, it's the ink releases the gas and it embeds into the fibers. That's sublimation. That's why you have to have a specific ink and you're limited to the materials that you can use. You know, like you can't sublimate on 100% cotton.
Exactly.
Have polyester and things like that. So that's because the ink actually embeds into the polyester, and that's what holds it together. And that's why sublimation doesn't fade. It'll last the lifetime of the shirt. Another thing about sublimation is like it doesn't bleach. You know. So, you know, like polyester isn't really good at being, you know, like bleach, things like that. Not being able to sublimate on black. Or, you know, the darker the fabric. I mean, you can play around with some colors. White is always the most popular just because all your colors were so nice and vibrant. If you sublimate on like a light blue shirt, your yellow won't look as good as it would on white. You know, so using different color substrates changes your results. The least amount of polyester. You need to have at least 65% polyester for but even that gives like a kind of washed out vintage.
Yes.
So the higher the polyester count, the better your item will be. So you know, it's just like little things like that.
But before we get on that, Michael, fix my light for a second because I feel like I'm dark. I don't know if I look dark, guys, on here. But I'm going to get into it. So one thing about sublimation, because I was like, oh, T-shirts. Now, I personally do not like 100% polyester shirt. I do not. I like the breathe. It's not, polyester is not breathable. So if you think you get the sublimation for T-shirts, that may not be the printer for me as far as a technique to use to make T-shirts, in my opinion, because I mean, for me personally as a woman, I like cotton or a cotton blend. So even if it's like a 80 or not, usually I can't even find some 50-50 cotton polyester blend. But you're right, the polyester looks very beautiful in the color with sublimation for T-shirts. Pop, but on polyester shirt.
To combat that, Cricut has nice sublimation shirts, and they feel good.
They feel good.
You know how like polyester, you get like that the dry, what is it called, dry wick, or like the athletic looking
athletic shirt? Yeah, with the breathing.
Yeah, so,
yes.
More companies are coming out with shirts like Cricut's shirts. They're infusible ink. I do like their shirts. Silky Socks is really nice. It's 100% polyester, but it's not that shiny.
Yeah, and the shiny is more like something like for breathing, and I don't know, I'm just being maybe too much of it, like breathing. I know deodorant works, but you know, that polyester and that sport look, so in there, that's perfect.
Yeah,
exactly.
so it's not that dry fit So I would say Cricut and that I use regularly, Cricut and Silky Size don't have that dry fit look. But their shirts are 100% polyester and sublimate and hold the ink really well.
Oh, that's good to know. Michael, whatever you just did, that like worked. I'm sorry, it feels like just darker here. So guys, so y'all know what sublimation is, because a lot of times people like, okay, I want sublimate. But the things that you can like sublimate, what I like, and I wanted to bring out is like all these types of things. Tumblers, to me, that's where the color and sublimation, you get your bang for your buck, where you can make, and you know, all these things here. So those are items that you can use. So in my opinion, for other than t-shirts, this is where sublimation comes through a lot.
Not even, I just, where's my, I lost my Michael's bag. I had got something from
You went shopping? Michael's,
Yeah,
you got that reward coupon?
I had, huh?
You got the reward coupon?
Yeah, for my birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I had got something that I wanted to show. I don't know where I put it, but I'll probably find it later. But for the holidays, you have like the
Oh, the stockings.
stockings
Yes.
that you can sublimate on. And when I was in Michael's, Santa sacks are always popular every year.
Okay.
A lot of people just do that, like North Pole open on such and such, that standard design. Have you seen the Santa sacks? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, but I probably briefed through it. I call myself being precise when I go in Michael's. I'm going in this lane and I don't deviate because I'm online. So remember we were talking earlier. If it's not from heat transfer or something, I'm not stopping. Michael, turn that light on here. Because also, for me, it depends on, because, and then we're going to get into the printer, because I know that's where the money is. For me, especially if people are selling t-shirts or items, I'm looking for the cheapest cost. So I'm buying a lot of stuff wholesale. So all this stuff here is like wholesale. So, here, and I'll be dropping the vendor list for a lot of wholesale stuff for sublimation. So that's key. So wholesale and cost, because I'll have to check out the Cricut shirts, just see. And I know about their ink, but then I'm thinking of people selling. But if it's a gift, that's a perfect thing. But let's go into printers, because the sublimation printer is a big one, and I get. Now, what did you do or decide to do? I know what I did. I got the Sawgrass.
So when I started sublimation, which is like 5 years ago, there wasn't as many options available as there is now. So I have a Workforce 7710, which is now discontinued. So I converted it. So it's not a true sublimation printer. At the time I had it was the big thing was refillable cartridges. So I have refillable cartridge in my printer, and that's what I've been using as my sublimation printer. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Me and my Workforce have been going strong, for the past 5 years, so I haven't changed it out. But now they have all these Epson Eco Tanks, like the Sawgrass, the Sure Colors. They have a few more options as far as sublimation printers. But my thing about sublimation printers is I always suggest get as big as your budget allows. Okay?
True.
Because bigger is always better. Like, for instance, if you get the 8.5 by 11 printer, an 8.5 by 11 sheet isn't going to fully cover it. So, it'd just be easier if you had the bigger printer to start off with.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, you can hack it. And I do have a class teaching you how to, print longer or split your print so that you can combine two prints to be able to cover an object like this if you do have a smaller printer. But, it would just be easier to get a bigger printer to begin with.
Yeah. And being that you said that, now that was my decision. Now I was going to get I had a Epson printer, and I was going to convert it over to a sublimation far as printer. but it died, and I was mad. I was really, really mad when it died, and I left it in the corner, and I don't know, I would look at it and like it was a person and roll my eyes at it like you knew I was going to convert, and I was so. Man, I think that was the same year my Canon Pixel, like people asked what inkjet printer to get, and that thing is less than 200 and it's beautiful. You don't need the Echo tank, it printed fine. And then I had an Epson and I was going to convert it and it died. So I wound up going with the Sawgrass, and you're right about the bigger, because the Sawgrass that I have, it could do the longer and you can add the extensions and stuff on it. Now, of course, when I got it was when it was in its height and back order and all this stuff. So now, one of the things that I don't personally like with the Sawgrass, now you, to get more of a vibrant print, because you know once you just print and you want to print it out, for those that are looking and saying what decide to get, Sawgrass is great. You get the Sawgrass, you got support. That's one of the key elements if you get the Sawgrass for support. But a lot of the printing, like for the mouse pads, like here, the puzzles, everything has to go through their, to print real vibrant, their design center thing, and then it goes to then it's printed out through Sawgrass. So that's sort of like an extra step you have to do. Now I could just send from my, like if I'm working in Canva and I designed it something, or Adobe, and I want to print it out, I can send it to my Sawgrass. However, the vibrancy of the print is not the same versus going through the Sawgrass. So they sort of confine you into using it. So if you're interested in getting the Sawgrass, one, it's a lot pricey. I mean, it's over $600 depending on what you're going to get. And then you got other stuff you have to do because it has all the measurements and things like that. Now that's a plus, but it also helps with like what material. So that's one of the things. Now that is a plus about the Sawgrass if you get it. So when you are printing in their back end, you can select, hey, mouse pad, it knows what the material is, or hey, it has puzzles, it knows everything, the size and the material, and it even tells you, I think even tells you like the temperature and the pressure and stuff on that. So yeah, that's very expensive. But if I had to do it all over again, audience, I would convert a printer.
But just know that when you do convert, you are taking a gamble because, like you said, yours died.
Yes.
Mine has it, you know? And once you put that sublimation ink in, you're voiding all warranties. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I know. And then you got the ones on here, but I got the Sawgrass, so, but that was me, and I'm like, here. But, I mean, I guess when you say that, because that's probably why Sawgrass probably is right. So let me take that back, and I can't do that because I'm going to think, because I'm looking at my phone recording this, and I'm that person. Everybody else in the world can use non-Apple products for their phone, and it works. I use a non-Apple product, it don't work. So Apple get me all the time. So I'm going to say that. So yeah, for me, for the Sawgrass, yes, when you think about far as warranty, but if you can take a risk. But plenty of people have converted, and it depends on your pocket on that.
Yeah, it really does. I saw in the comments somebody asked Nita's Creations said what's the best size to get when we were talking about printers.
Okay.
I suggest anything that can at least do 13 inches wide.
Okay.
At least 13 inches wide if it's in your budget. Get whatever is in your budget. Mm-hmm. But I say at least 13 inches wide because you can do a wide range of projects with the 13-inch wide printer.
Okay, so how about the graduation schools? That's what you do with, that'll do things like that because that's really popular.
Yeah, so this is like an example stove that I like do. So actually, you can do a stove with the 8.5-inch wide printer.
Oh, well, you're going to have to do a class and show that one. That's the work. That's cutting them pieces together. And
I have a class and I show you how to do it where you don't have to piece anything together.
No piecing together?
No
okay.
Together. One nice long sheet, okay? So you guys have to go ahead and...
okay, you guys better sign up for that class because she's doing magic with paper, and I like that.
It's my Soul Master class, and it's on sale now for $34 in honor of my 34th birthday that I just
Happy
celebrated.
birthday!
I'm giving my class for $34, and it's the first. It says Stole Masterclass. If you click the link in my bio, and I teach you. So even if you have an 8.5-inch wide printer, you can still do this. No piecing together. You see, it's like
Okay.
nice,
And it's seamless.
no,
You don't see, and everything
yeah, you don't
flows.
see anything.
No break.
So I teach you guys how to do that with the 8.5-inch wide or 13. No matter what size printer you have, I walk you through the steps on how to be able to achieve it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's $34 until Sunday, you guys. So Sunday is the last day.
Okay, so go check that out. So okay, so we already said okay. The biggest expense, well, one is going to be your sublimation. So the other thing that most people need is a heat press. So what did you suggest on that? Because I know we lucked out on. We got a pretty pricey heat press, and it's not one I would have gotten when I first started out. So, but I just lucked out. So
So I have a Racoma heat. I'm coming, baby.
What do we have?
Sorry, y'all. Antenna college.
No problem.
I have a Racoma heat press. Well, I started off with when I first started. I had like an Amazon heat press,
Mm-hmm.
and then I upgraded to my 15 by 15 Racoma, and now I have a 16 by 20 Racoma. I would say as far as the heat press is one of the biggest investments you'll make for your craft business. Don't skip out on a heat press.
Yes.
I highly suggest, like, if you're going to drop some money on something, I highly suggest a quality heat press.
Okay, yeah, we have a stove, and I lucked out on that heat press. Michael found somebody that he was a screen t-shirt printer, and he had only used the stove for his heat press once. So I got the Cadillac, and this guy was selling everything. So that's how I wind up getting it. And I will agree that heat press has been the bomb. I mean, it's been. I do agree. Now I did come up with a list. I do have an Amazon link with sublimation stuff, and it was only like 1 or 2 heat presses. Cause I've done some research that I could recommend, but some of those little, and I can't tell people always their pockets, but you are right. Those cheap ones, they only last for a little bit of time, and then like the temperature, because it's very important that you have the right temperature with the heat press.
Someone on YouTube asked how big you can print a progress.
Sublimation is a combination of temperature and pressure. So just because your heat press can get up to 400 degrees, it might not be enough pressure to transfer the ink to your item, depending on what it is that you're trying to sublimate on. So that's why I say do a quality heat press, because you need that pressure.
Okay. Tell a person, and we're on YouTube too, so on 13 by 19. And Michael's going to, you do the questions, because I can't see them on here, guys. I got 4 eyes and still can't see, but I don't see the questions, so we're going to have help on here. So, then, one of the things here, and we were talking about this earlier, blanks, because guys, I'm going to tell you, as far as crafting, our craft room and the stuff, it's almost like you dangle shiny stuff in our face, and we like, I want it, I can do this, I see it, and we don't touch it, or I may have something. So okay, so you got your heat press, you're going to have your blanks and stuff. So if somebody is just wanting to start as far as a craft, what would you recommend they work on first to start learning how to supplement?
I think, okay, so if you're just starting out with sublimation, go to Dollar Tree and get whatever polyester items they have.
Oh, you'll find a lot.
Mess up on, get all your practice out at Dollar Tree. Okay? Because these things, because like sublimation blanks can't add up, they can be quite expensive. Okay, so don't be practicing on that.
Okay.
Get your practice out at Dollar Tree.
Okay.
But I mean, or any store. Anytime you're in a store, I still do that to this day. Anytime I'm in a store, I'm looking at the polyester count, just to like kind of practice and experiment on. But if you're just starting out, I mean, mugs are safe.
Now they're gonna, if they need a mug, we forgot they need the heat press mug. So that's another thing. I won't even pull mine out. So that's another expense that you have. And guys, I'm going to tell you, a heat press mug, I may have my own and on sale, but I gotta check with a vendor. So for those, because that is one of the key. Because the making of tumblers, for me, when I did the teapot, I made the tumblers and party favors and the mugs. So that's one thing. So what?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess you. Okay, so let's just talk about flats, okay? Because I
Yes.
forgot. I'm over here thinking.
Yeah,
about
we talking about, and let's tell people like with this flat surface, yeah, that's totally different. Cause for me, guys, and then I'm let her go do her work. This is what I was attracted to. That's why I was like, okay, flat. But then for me, I wanted this. For me, a sublimation was not for t-shirts. For me, because of I don't like polyester, and if my customer, but it's other ways, and you can change the material. But
Someone on Instagram said they use a conventional oven for their mugs and tumblers.
correct, and we're getting ready to go into Jamilah's getting ready to go into all that. And so for me, flats like the puzzles, because I'm a party crafter. So these are kids' books that you can make, and it's so much money that you can make in different ways. So that's flat. So where that's printed, I can put that on my heat press, but I can't put this. So you go ahead with that.
So that was good. Puzzles are great. Mouse pads are great. You know, when people get like the family pictures, put that on a mouse pad. They like to do. You can do keychains. They have sublimation keychains. Like these Christmas stockings. Those would be great. There's Michael's has some sublimatable tote bags. These are awesome. They sublimate really well. There's quite a few things you can do with flats. Like I think flats are readily ornaments. They have some flat aluminum ornaments that you can do. There's a lot of things.
Okay.
There's a lot of things. Once you get your practice out, okay. Once you go Dollar Tree and you get all your practice out and you get going, yeah, I would do like puzzles and things like that. Mouse pads, keychains.
Because this ink is expensive. That's where it's like 70 to cartridge. So you gotta take all that into consideration when you are getting to sublimation.
Hey, stop. But even when you once you feel comfortable in your sublimation skills, these stoves, these are pretty inexpensive. It's a flat and they sell very well.
And you bling it up too, so you take it up to a different notch too as well.
Because graduation season is very popular. A lot of people do sell stoves. So to be able to set myself apart, I did start adding some bling because us women, we love to be shiny things and things like that. So that's just one of the ways that I found to differentiate my different. You know what though? I just thought of something else. Okay, this is all for Instagram and y'all because I'm not gonna do it because you lift that stove and I'm that polyester because it's something about that polyester. You know what? Do an ugly tie for Christmas in polyester. Yes, that's a Christmas style. People wear them all in the office. So okay, if y'all want to sell something, ugly tie. People always doing it. Yeah.
Ugly
tie. Always that one guy that have the crazy ties on in the office.
Ugly tie, and the girls wear ties now too, or ugly vests. Cause polyester vests.
I saw someone do ties for like a memorial service, so the pallbearers had ties.
Yeah.
So it's like so many niche avenues.
You can.
With sublimation, they have buttons, like little pin buttons you can sublimate on. I did those for graduation. It was like a picture of the graduate, and then it had like 2024 charm on it.
That'll work.
Picture frames. They have
picture frames. Yes, you can do that. And yeah, somebody said Hippo ink. That's fine. And you have the Epson. Yeah, that's the one. The Perfect Party. That you can convert. I was looking. I did get to see something on there, but on that. So we went from flats, but And you have the sawgrass and hemp. I don't mix my ink. For whoever said that, I keep sawgrass. I already gave you the apple. If I mix anything else, it ain't gonna work. And thou shalt not lie when you call the people and tell them your printer don't work and they ask were you using sawgrass products. So for me, I gotta use sawgrass. Sorry on that. So we're gonna go from flats to cream because you can do a lot, and this is where I see a lot of people make money. So what would you suggest? I can't even think of what I have.
So I have a sublimation oven from Pro World, and I really like it. I have a tumbler press, I have a mug press, a tumbler press, and an oven. I would choose my oven over all of those things.
Oh, over the mug press and that?
Over the mug press and my tumbler press, yes.
Why?
Just because I'm able to do like 3 or 4 tumblers at one time.
Okay.
You know, versus one at a time.
That's it. That makes sense.
Flip it and all the other stuff. So, you know, like the oven is a big time saver. I really, really like it. But when you do the oven, so you need your tumbler and you'll also need shrink wrap. With your tumbler press, you don't need shrink wrap. So, you know, it's just like a little additional cost or whatnot.
Now, the color vibrancy, which one do you think you lose color vibrancy with the oven or no?
No, I feel like it's the same as long as you don't burn it. But you could burn it in the oven, you could burn it in the tumbler press. You know, it's all about your equipment and watching your equipment.
You have the oven air fryer. Okay. Somebody.
Oh, some people have used converted air fryers to sublimate. Before I got my oven from Pro World, I was using like a Black & Decker toaster oven thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I had got from Walmart. You know. So,
did that work?
You know, there's always hacks and things out there, but yeah, I just went ahead and got the oven from Pro World, and I really like it.
Okay. Now, someone said ask a question because I had the Cricut. They would have to I don't know what the question is on that one. So if you can be more detailed. I don't know what the question is on that one. So, okay. Now, blank. So we got this. So where do you get a lot of your stuff from?
I get my stuff from usually Heat Transfer Warehouse, Pro World, really anywhere, Amazon. Yeah. Like, I'm not loyal to just one place.
Me either. And they come right on out. Someone said, what's the name of your oven that you got?
What's the name of the oven for tumblers?
What's the name of the oven for tumblers? I think you're frozen. Okay. Oh.
That's one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've seen that one. Now, how much does that one run? I looked on there.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, so on that one. Because I know sometimes we get little gifts and things like that, but I know on here. But did I pay for mine? A couple of things, yeah.
So, I don't know. It might be like 150, 100, something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's...
There's a bigger one than this as well. So, this isn't like the biggest one that they have.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is a smaller version of that. Let me show you. Let me open it up.
Okay. Yeah. Because I've seen... So, yeah, you can put like the 3 tumblers in there. I think far as this
like 2 of those. Hold on a second.
And mine is...
I can fit like... If I take this handle off...
Oh, okay.
I can fit like 2 of these in there. Or just like 4 of those regular skinny 20-ounce ones.
Okay.
At one time.
Okay. Now that one's a good deal, cause especially since Black Friday is coming and everything, and everything. So I'm not. So Michael, you can lift this up, cause I can't lift this up. So for that here, but this is the one I got. So this is what most people, like far as have, and this works. But I do agree, cause I don't do a lot. And here, you can't, nobody can see. You gotta lift it up right here. So yeah, that one's where with the tumbler, and that works. So.
And also with the oven, you're not limited. Like you can do shot glasses, or some tumblers aren't straight; they taper off. If you have a tumbler press, you can only do like straight.
Yes.
Straight tumblers. But yeah, so that's why I like the oven as well, because I can do such a variety of items. I'm not limited to just
one on
thing.
there. Okay, yeah. I may have to invest in it, but if I move on to do other stuff. So I'm not far as expertise in the meantime. I was like, okay, with the cups and the kids stuff, so that worked. But definitely, the oven would have worked when I had that tea party for them little girls, all that stuff there. That would have put them in there and got them done. So that would have really worked. So I had some questions. So common mistakes. I think we went over like what beginners do or make. What are some like other common mistakes for us spending all this money and getting stuff in and they're not familiar with it?
And besides, just buying everything that you see, and also just really not knowing the facts about sublimation. A lot of people will post, like in a crafting group, like, oh, I'm trying to sublimate. My customer wants me to sublimate on black shirts. Like, you as a person should already know, you can't sublimate on black before you even start, or trying to offer your services to anybody. So, just really only getting into it because you feel like it's profitable, but not doing your research and actually, like finding out how things work, or even if it's really the right thing for you.
That's true. It's the foundation stuff again, and I think people get so swayed. And I don't know if Jamillah saw it. Someone said both of y'all work is amazing. We thank you for that, and make sure you guys are following both of us too as well. But a lot of times people don't focus on the foundation of learning. So if you go in with a black T-shirt and I mean, when I saw sublimation on black, just tried like I didn't like it at all, and all these other steps. So you have to know like the foundation. That's why even myself, even though some people like, oh, okay, I'll do the mouse pads and the color is amazing, but I know how particular I am, and I would have to test stuff enough for me to sit and say, okay, now here you can sell sublimation. That's just not my lane. Not that I can't, because skill can be taught. The crafting part, I have a passion, purpose. Right. I love it. I can put that together, design it. Okay, I have the sawgrass. I can print that out. But then for sublimation, everything is different. This needs a different temperature, pressure, time. This needs a different temperature, pressure, time. Now, we have a cheat sheet, or we're always looking for something on there. So that's where your skill set has to be learned, in my opinion, to be like an expert in sublimation.
And you can always tell the person who's doing something just for money and the person who's doing it because they...
I think you're freezing up on it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, you have froze up. So you were going good. Somebody doing it for money versus the person
who actually enjoys it. Like, you can tell the difference in the work. So don't be one of those people that's just doing it for the money, and you giving out, like crappy work. Because when it comes to having to, like, if you do something and somebody wants 25 to 30 of them, are you willing to do that? You know, like, standing at that heat press get hot.
Oh, yes, it does. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For me, like selling, I know, and I've already created tumblers, but I am meticulous. If that seam, you seen it where it don't, I probably would ruin a bunch. Because when you're selling something, you're putting your name on it.
Yeah.
And your craftsmanship. And I know what a good sublimated tumbler looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm fine with everyone enjoying wanting to get into crafting, and that's great because I have this and we have tools, and just because I'm a party decor crafter, party decorations can be made using sublimation. I just incorporate that into my work on certain products. But going out and people are like, oh, you can do this. Some people stick with one thing, but money is to be made. I mean, you can have to have far as passion. You like it, and I do have a passion, but I do want to get paid. So if you want that, you're gonna pay me. But me personally, where I'm at, and I've been crafting for over 10 years, and people are like, maybe you're a little bit hard on yourself, but I'm very meticulous. So I've seen some like tumblers and stuff like, and one key thing is that would be and I see people, they've done it, and I'm like, you need to keep practicing. That seam, something not even right, or that color not even right. You didn't, it wasn't long enough. Something, or it's too long, or the paper. And you got to know the paper, even the right paper, because you get the cheap paper. It's like,
And same thing with the blanks. Not all blanks are equal. I will say the sublimation tumblers from Michael suck. They suck. Okay, they don't really give off a vibrant color. They're not like the Michaels brand versus the ones I get from like Heat Transfer Warehouse or whatever. You can tell the difference. So not all blanks are created the same. Not all blanks are equal. Some are better than others. So that's another thing. You kind of have to experiment a little bit and figure out, like what works best. And like you said, the paper, not all paper is the same. So it is a little bit of experience. Like you can get all the information you can get, but you still have to do a little bit of experimentation, because if we don't have the same heat press, like if I'm using a Racoma but you're using an Amazon, we may not get the same results, So there's a lot of variables as well when it comes to sublimation.
Okay, yeah, and also Michael's sublimation stuff, in my opinion, is high.
Oh, it's very high.
It's high. That if you're getting a Michael's, that's you thought of a gift at the last minute, and you running in there, and you need to just get that because you can't get it by Amazon tomorrow.
Yeah, Michael make me want to turn around, like, I'll figure so I'll get them something.
Now someone asked, what papers do you like? Now for me, and you may be different on here. I'm ASAP. I use this. It's different papers, and we've gotten free, and I'm not promoting anybody because I'm going to sit and tell you some of the stuff I don't even promote a lot of other people's stuff anymore because I don't even like it. What sublimation paper you recommend?
I use that. I use ASAP as well.
Okay.
But I've also used Koala. Koala's good. Oh, Heat Transfer Warehouse, their Walla brand of sublimation paper is really good as well.
Okay, yeah, that's true, and I have that. Yeah, theirs is good.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby is a better price. I don't like Hobby Lobby.
Somebody said Michael's prices are terrible, so somebody responded, Hobby Lobby's prices are better.
I don't like Hobby Lobby anything. I mean,
I haven't even tried Hobby Lobby blanks because all that stuff is high. It's like and like to me, like I said, if it's not broke, it's not fixed. If I know I can get some great blanks from Pro World, the Heat Transfer Warehouse, or something, that's just where I'm going to continuously shop. I don't have to, keep going to all these different stores and maybe not liking my results.
And guys, the reason why we say that with those type of stores, because if you really look, now I don't know, Michael, hand me the box of, because this is for the kid party on the show. I think the box of the books, the fellow books. So you got to look at your price point. It's behind the pool table, the big box. So getting stuff in bulk. So like I got a bunch of these tumblers and stuff. It's cheaper to get it in bulk. So it may be like $20. I don't know. I'm just saying. No, on the table, in the white box. Thank you. It'll be cheaper than you going and getting it. And with me, and we were talking earlier, because you got to stop price points, especially for those that want to sell, or if you're an event planner or something like that, so you can get this. So I got these felt books for party favors. These are kids' books you can sublimate. So I think it was like 20. They were like 60 cents a book or something like that. I think. or $3. I could be wrong. I
They're
can't.
inexpensive. They're not really.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, so
price.
it may even been, I don't want to say 60 cents from heat transfer. I can't think. I would have to look it up real quick. However, or $3. Whatever. I know I paid less than $30. Whatever. For like 20 or something of it. But this would be a high end far as party favor. And you get this in bulk. It's cheaper even than Amazon. So I gotta wait a couple days, you know, to get it. But it's much cheaper. So that's where you're gonna save and you get quality stuff. And they create blanks for sublimation. So that's what you need to do. Alibaba order. Oh well, yeah, I guess so. If you can have a good Alibaba. Somebody had said use Alibaba on here. So
Way in advance.
in advance. So what software you use to make all your designs in for sublimation?
Canva. I use Canva.
Canva?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canva. Everything I do can be done in Canva.
Yeah, Canva is knocking out Photoshop. I'm not gonna get rid of my subscription for Photoshop because I use it. But yeah, Canva is taking over. So that's
But
true.
see, I've been using Canva for about like 6 years, and I got it because at the time the computer I had didn't have enough memory to hold photo. Like I wanted Photoshop, but I didn't have enough memory to be able to download Photoshop, and I didn't have enough money to buy a new computer. So I was like, there has to be something else out of here where I can use. So I started doing Canva, and then I did tutorials with Canva, and a lot of people were like, you know, thank you, because we don't know how to use. I can't get Photoshop, or you know, whatever the situation was, you know, because Photoshop is, I guess, a little tricky or whatnot. So yeah, Canva, and I love how they're constantly updating and
Yes, I love Canva. I've been using Photoshop for years. And like I tell people, like my mom, and she's 75 using Photoshop, and she's the only person I know that actually have the actual license where she don't have to pay a monthly fee. I paid $30 a month, but I was using Photoshop before even Canva, but using it. But I will sit and say, Canva. I mean, the lady that developed it. I mean, she came after Photoshop. It is very user friendly, and I'm going to start doing some Canva courses because I like Canva. It's sort of a little bit similar to Photoshop as far as the layering and different things, other than finding the images and stuff, the gradients and stuff to make your stuff pop out. And
I have gradients now.
Yeah.
I have gradients now.
No, I said finding the whole listing. They do have gradients. That's what I was saying. Yeah. So it'd be nice if they had like a library. You can hit gradient. Okay, one in black, but different ones on here. That could be more streamlined and organized. But you can save that by fonts. But I like Canva. I use Canva more than Photoshop because Photoshop was a lot of work.
And it's easily accessible. It's affordable. Like, you know, so yeah, I love Canva.
Yeah. And get the pro version. Yeah. So, okay. So, and how do your projects come out so vibrant? So, what's some quality tips that you could give people that have a vibrant?
I think so. It's a lot of variables in that. Your ink. You know, different inks. Some inks require like a ICC profile. Some don't. So it just depends on if you're installing that profile if you need it. And a lot of people don't install if you have an Epson, a lot of people don't install the drivers. It's like y'all don't read directions.
Oh yeah, the job.
So, you know, just installing all the drivers and things for your Epson printer, those are of just some things that help.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know. Now, the driver thing, yes. I'm not even going to get with printers because a lot of people from settings, they don't even know. Reading is essential, and doing certain things is essential to vibrancy in whatever you're using. So that's one. Now, back to the sawgrass, that's one of the reasons why I like that. So, okay, we talked about that in blanks. So we said like good printer. We sit up there and said it's a sawgrass. You can convert one. The sawgrass If you use that, everything is under warranty with them. You get support. That's one of the reasons, because I have the Sawgrass on here. And what I like about the Sawgrass, so recap, if you're making like the books, they have basically, Sawgrass has almost every type of blank in this back end. So, I mean, unless you can't read, or they even got the pictures like Geronimo's, here's a t-shirt, here's a mouse pad, and it does. Everything is there, and it'll size it. And what I like, it tells the material. So, okay, if this is a 11-ounce mug or something like that, it'll help with it. So that's one of the things that I like about the Sawgrass. Now, that's in your pocket and you want to convert and build up, if you want to get the Sawgrass, but you don't have the money for it, and you want to convert a printer, just follow the directions and make sure, when you're converting it over, and build up and then buy it. But you may, just like a lot of people, hey, it's not broke, even though I converted it to a sublimation printer, it's working. You can do that too. So that's what I'm going to give you, in my opinion. And Jamil, you can say yes or no, you agree, disagree. That's what you do. A lot of it is what's in your pocket.
Budget.
Yes.
It's all about what's best for your budget. But if you can, try and get something that at least goes up to 13 inches wide.
That's true.
And a lot of times you can watch Office Depot for the, if you're going to convert, catch it on sale. Like, no point in paying full price. Just wait a couple of weeks, let it go on sale. And I don't know if they still do it, but when I got my printer, I was able to take an old printer and trade it in and get, like, I think it was like, some money off. So it was on sale. And if you take in another printer, you could get an additional amount off. So, just some things to kind of help you out or whatnot. Or even check Facebook Marketplace. Just, there's a lot of ways. But yeah, I converted. I love my converted. But just trying to at least get something that goes up to 13 inches wide.
Okay. And y'all got to join the class, because she will be teaching you how to use that 8.5 by 11 paper. I sort of in my mind already figured that out, but you ain't gotta worry. I ain't doing the graduation stuff.
Someone asked, is Design Center with Sawgrass free?
It comes with the it's free once you purchase it. Yes, and that's another thing. They got the Sawgrass design part, then they got a Sawgrass printer. That's one of the things I'm more or less okay. I created it. I'm putting a mouse pad for the Sawgrass people that want to know. This is how Sawgrass thing is. You put your design in, because basically I design it in Canva. So then I'm uploading my PNG, and I could do some of it in Sawgrass. So say I designed it in Canva, but I upload my PNG in Sawgrass Designer. I say what product I want to put it on. So in this case, this is a puzzle. Okay, and so it knows what this material is, and it all actually knows the size and everything. So then I go to print. So that's in Designer. But then Designer takes me out then on my icon on my desktop. Then there's a Sawgrass printer one. Though that one has to come up. So it's almost, to me, like it is not even almost, it is a two-step process. I'm going from the design. It's sort of frustrating because you got to wait and then it prints. And I mean, Sawgrass is very detailed because it's even asking you what brand of paper you're using. So that's one of the things. So I don't know. So for me, versus converting the printer, you don't have those options. But with Sawgrass, for top paper, it even has a drop down and it asks what paper are you using, or and things like that. So I guess that's a perk in some way. And that someone else had another question. Does the store?
She does the stone. They're asking about the stone shirts.
I don't.
Is she wearing a stone shirt? Did she do that shirt?
Oh, did you do the Rolling Stone shirt?
Oh no, this shirt was actually a gift from Patrice from Craftable Things. She made this for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and somebody said something making it permanently mirror. What is that question?
I'm so confused on making it permanently mirrored. mirrored. She said she just converted where Epson ET 15,000 and my color is not bold. I'm so confused on making it permanently mirrored.
You want to answer that one?
I have it in my PDF.
Okay.
I have a PDF that actually shows you how to go in and change your settings. But because I am a guest on this live and we are giving gems, I'll go ahead and drop that gem for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, first of all, you need to make sure you have all your drivers and utilities installed for your Epson printer, okay? So you're going to go to Epson.com, search your printer, and hit downloads and download all the drivers and utilities because that's going to make a difference. Then you're going to go into your printer settings, and I can't remember which tab it is right off the top of my head. But once you're in your printer settings, there's like some tabs at the top. I think it's the second tab, and then you're gonna go down and it says mirror. You can check mirror, and you'll check mirror, and then you won't ever have to hit OK. You always have to hit OK or save, one of those buttons. And you'll never have to worry about mirroring your project again because it'll automatically be done.
Okay, and the person that asked that, you go follow Jamillah and also take her sublimation course because she'll walk you through all of that.
Someone asked to drop her Instagram handle.
Drop her Instagram, and also this is going to be on a replay. So yes, we definitely will be dropping everything. Will be in there. So yes, her information and everything, and her course, and y'all better get it because it's on sale for $34.
Someone commented that was a great price.
October 20th. And these are the type of things that you'll learn in my class, okay? So if you didn't know anything about that before and it was super helpful,
someone just asked how do they sign up.
Helpful information like that for you guys in the class.
Okay, well, how do you sign up on that? Tell them someone asked how to sign up for your thing. You said that.
You'll have to come over to my Instagram profile and click the link in my bio, and it's my first one. It says Stole Sublimation Masterclass. I have a Stole Sublimation Masterclass, and I also have an all-over shirt masterclass. So that's if you don't know what an all-over shirt is, it's like when you fully sublimate a shirt, okay? So I'm teaching you how to do that, even if you have it. Both classes teach you how to do a fully sublimated shirt and a fully sublimated sole like this, even if you only have the 8.5-inch wide printer.
And I need y'all to understand why y'all need to go to her class on sublimation. Because y'all don't understand. This is 8.5 by 11. Lift that store up again. See how long that is? So that's what, about 24, 20, how long is that?
It's 36 inches.
36 inches. So I'm feeling you cutting, but you say you're not slicing the paper.
I show you how to do it without slicing the paper, so you don't have to piece together and get those ugly
lines. So for y'all that doing the graduation and also the ugly Christmas tie.
And hold on, let me show. So this is actually a picture I saw on Facebook. This isn't necessarily my work, but so can you see?
The all over shirt.
Yes, and you see all those lines and things like that.
And I hope they not selling it.
Yeah, they did. Somebody paid $40 for that.
That's a shame. That's why I'm telling y'all. Listen, I know some things. I don't know everything, and I don't care to know everything. I know enough to be damaged, and skill can be learned. So that's what we're telling you. So that's why you have to invest in yourself. So we're bringing in people that know. You better go join the class. Because I tell you, people will be all the talk, and you buy a sublimation machine, you buy the paper and everything, and you're not using. A lot of ghosting. Yeah, that happens. I do know. If we're talking about ghosting with sublimation, that's when the paper moves. That one.
Okay.
So yeah, I did know the question for the ghosting. So that's when the paper moves. So I know about that, guys.
This is the all over sublimation shirt that I did.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I don't see any lines.
So you see the difference.
Yes.
Right? So this is what you'll learn how to do once you take the class.
Okay. That's
so
fine. All
like
over.
This, stoves like that. Even if you have the 8.5-inch wide paper without all those ugly lines and mishaps, okay?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna drop all the Instagram handles, and that is taught in the class and stuff. For that. No, we even said you can do that with a printer that prints 8.5. Did someone wanted to say what size printer? Yes.
8.5 wide
yes.
Printer. Yeah.
And guys, it's also about the technique and the right paper. Jamilla's going to tell you when you take her class, like making sure your printer's set up so the colors come out, what paper, what type of blanks to use. So you'll learn all of that. She's going to teach you the foundation, so it doesn't matter what you do. So whether it's graduation time, we got Christmas, I mean, we got sublimation pillows with the same, it's so many things you got to do, but you need someone that has the skill set she's working with on a daily basis, different types of materials that she supplement. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have her on the Party Crafter, because yes, I do supplement, but for the party decor, but she does it on a regular, on a different level. And skill set is learned. So you can do it. It comes with practice, consistency, learning about materials, and like the holidays, especially for those that want to sell, start with your families. The Christmas, they're fine if they see a little line, but you take Jamillah, of course you ain't gonna get no little line, so you better get that what we got into October the 20th. So she told you that's what's going to happen on here, and that's it. That's for here. And I'm telling you here, as far as party favors like my mouse pads and stuff, and the colors, we know how to design, and those things pop. And these are old, but that goes with the paper that was used, temperature, press, and these are all old, over a year old, and they're still vibrant and colorful. So when you're selling them, and I made money off of these. How much? I think these are 10 or 11 a piece, and most people buy them, and they'll buy 50 because if they're giving, and it depends on. So even so I help you with the selling, because you'll have a customer that'll pay for it, and or you do it yourself, because once you know how things much cost, you'll see why we charge what we charge. But definitely join the course. Any other questions? Anything else you want to say? Because I've had fun tonight.
Me too. I think we really covered it all. I'm so really happy that we were able to get all this good information out there.
Okay. Well, guys, I can't
Someone
answer
asked,
any
how
questions.
often can you watch the class after the purchase?
Yeah, I can't answer that. Jamillah will have to answer that about her course. Someone asked about your course. How long
often can you watch the class after you purchase?
It's unlimited. Once you download it, you have an unlimited access. So you can replay it as many times, slow it down, whatever you need to do. Watch it as many times as you need to really grasp it.
Okay. And need the Instagram, so you can drop your Instagram. Tell your Instagram, and I'm gonna have it in the captions too as well.
So it's J Stewart's Laboratory. You can actually catch me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Have lots of great free YouTube tutorials as well. So J Stewart's Laboratory all across the board.
Okay,
and
guys.
When does the discount end?
October the 20th, right?
October 20th is the last day to catch it for $34, and then it goes up to $70.
Okay, the order in bulk, Heat Press Warehouse is one. Go ahead. Let's do like Family Feud. I choose Heat Press Warehouse. What you got? Go ahead, next.
Pro World.
Dang. You know what? It's one. It looks like a Band-Aid. I don't want to get into it. Goodness gracious, it comes up and they sell stuff. Sorry. I can't think. I do have a list. So I got to choose.
Heat Press Nation.
Heat Press. You know what? I get them. Cause Heat Press Warehouse, Heat Press Nation. You're right. Yeah, okay. There's another one too. I can't think of it. So those are some too, and of course you do have Amazons, because some of the stores are on Amazon, guys. The price is a little higher. So, and I do, yeah, in my bio, I have a link of things you can get. But if you want to get in bulk, my suggestion is use those stores, especially if you're going to be selling them. It's a
And
lot.
check your area because I actually have a U.S. cutter near me. So sometimes I can just place my order online and drive down there and go pick it up. So you got you some, there might be something like that in your area. I know in Atlanta they do.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I'm pretty
So
sure.
just check your area. There might be, and then there's another local vinyl store outside of U.S. Cutter that I go to sometimes when I just need to pick up. I don't do too much HTV, but like when I do, go down there and grab it. And it's only like $5 for it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the HTV, the weekend, that's a different, I mean, if you got time to weed and all that, have fun with that. That's...
If you can do all those paper crafts, I'm pretty sure. Because paper crafting is like on a whole different. I mean, like looking at some of your stuff. I don't know how. I can't even glue a piece of paper together straight. Like,
Michael, hand me my camera. No, it depends on weed. I like craft, but my background is sewing. So I think, really, guys, if we're going to wrap it up, this is, if I would have came out of high school telling people I want to make party decor, and hey, my parents would have looked at me like I was crazy. But hey, guys, we're going to say goodbye. But this is the next SVG. Cheese. Camera, click.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
And this is, I'm still tweaking it. It's in the testing phase. I thought I was going to release it, but today was all about sublimation. So y'all won't get this hopefully by tomorrow because we here. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to hopefully do more collaborations. We got to talk because I think the people need to see us in person or something. I don't know. So guys, don't forget, go follow her. We're going to drop everything in link. We appreciate you. Jamillah, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Bye.